This is saffron, and just 1 pound of it can cost you $5,000. It's easily the world's most expensive spice. The next most expensive spice? Vanilla at about $600 a pound. Starters, saffron is a complicated spice to harvest.
My name is Arash Qalagulab Behbahani. I am postdoctoral research associate at University of Vermont. To harvest the saffron, you need a lot of hand works to pick up the flowers, separate. Saffron is dehydrated or dry stigma. The stigma is the female part of flower. You have to separate that stigma, dry that, and for all of these procedures, you need hand works, laborers. I prefer to harvest the flowers by hand because I don't like to damage other parts of plants.
Saffron comes from the saffron crocus flower, and each flower has 3 red stigmas. That's the saffron.
The yield of saffron is really low. You have to hire a lot of laborers to harvest 4 pounds of saffron per acre. Is nothing.
Just 1 pound of saffron requires 170,000 flowers. The purple flowers bloom over a 6-week period, from late September to early December. There's also a specific time of day to harvest them.
When we have a high relative humidity in the air, so it can affect the saffron quality. Also, sunlight can break the chemical structure in the saffron. So we prefer to harvest the saffron early morning every day, or if you don't have flower every day, every 2 days.
90% of the world's saffron is grown in arid fields in Iran, but harvesting all that saffron comes at a price.
Why Iran is the main producer of saffron? Because workers are available and they are cheap. In some part, it's like slavery. Their behavior with labor. I hate that, I should say. Based on my experience, they usually workers came to the farm in Iran around 5, 6 a.m. and they left around 4 p.m.
Most saffron harvesters are women, getting paid a maximum of $5 a day. Saffron is not only grown in Iran. It's grown in Morocco, Spain, Italy, the Netherlands, Afghanistan, India, and even in the United States. Why the US? Though many Americans have never eaten saffron, the US imported 25 tons in 2013 and 46 tons in 2016.
I knew that saffron has a good resistance to the cold weather. If you cover Vermont state with a layer of plastic, you will have the same situation that we have in Iran.
What's so great about saffron? Over centuries, it's proven useful in many situations. Saffron is most commonly used in cooking.
As an Iranian, every day we use saffron in our dishes. We cook with saffron a lot. So far, I couldn't find an alternative for the taste of saffron.
It gives paella its signature flavor and golden color. It's also used in broths, breads, and marinades. When saffron is broken down, it creates a golden dye.
Everything is not just about saffron production procedures. Saffron contains some chemical components which are really expensive, like picrochrosine, crosine, and saffronol. They are 3 main components or compounds which are responsible about the taste and color and smell of saffron. When we are talking about saffron quality, technically we are talking about these 3 chemical components. Saffron inherently is a valuable thing.
People have tried passing.
These Iranian women harvest the world's most expensive spice, saffron. 90% of its global production grows here in Iran's Khorasan province, eventually finding its way to Spanish paellas, Indian curries, and Swedish saffron buns, making this region a crucial part of global cuisine. The delicate flower sprouts for just 10 days a year, but its harvest is now in jeopardy. Iran has been suffering from a devastating drought for the past 2 decades.
The
drought starts south of Khorasan province, like in the city of Rayen, and is spreading towards the north. This means that in the future, we might not have any more saffron.
داره خوش میشه از اون داره خوش میشه داره میاد دیگه.
Some farmers have no choice but to invest in more sophisticated irrigation systems if they want to survive. But Iran's banking sector is reluctant to lend to small businesses. This factory sends out around 15 tons of high-grade saffron to world markets using modern machines, leading the recent Made in Iran efforts. Poor marketing means Iran has not always gotten the credit it deserves as the home of the red gold.
Some countries like Spain, which is an EU member, have a long history in saffron marketing, and we are grateful because they have helped introduce saffron to the world.
Another obstacle is Iran's struggling economy. Saffron currently sells at about $700 per kilo in Iran and 4 times higher abroad.
Because of the devaluation of the Iranian rial, we're selling saffron to our international buyers at a lower price in euros. But it's become so much more expensive for Iranians who buy it in rial.
Saffron is now a priority export for Iran's government. China's increasing interest in saffron has boosted international sales, while foodstuffs are protected from US sanctions.